Hello YouTube, this is Pastor Green again, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. My friends from Chick.com sent me a comic book pack, and I just wanted to quickly talk about it to let you know what it's about. There's multiple different comics in the series, and doesn't say how many, but we're going to go over each one of them here. So what they have is they have comic books that are just interesting Bible stories or interesting stories about different things that happen in our history or people's lives. And then they have actual biblical stories, and they also sell tracts. So we're just going to go over a couple of the magazines that they have. This first one here is called The Crusaders, and it's backwards there, but that's okay. It's called The Crusaders, and The Crusaders is a really interesting book. It talks about different things that happen. Basically, something that happened in history here. It's Operation Bucharest. And the second book is called The Broken Cross. And that's a really interesting story as well. Most of these little things are just a little interesting, like biblical stories. And what they do is they just talk about different situations and kind of just bring the gospel that way. The next one's called Scarface. That's also another interesting story. The next one's called The Exorcists. There you go. Volume 5 is the Chaos. Volume 6 is called Primitive Man, or Primal Man, I mean. Number 7 is called The Ark. Number 8 is called The Gift. Number 9 is called The Angel of Light. Then we have Spellbound. Sabotage. And the next in the set is the Alboreto series. The first book in the Alboreto series is called Alboreto. Then you have Double Cross. The Godfathers. The Force. The Four Horsemen. Then we have a book called The Prophet. Now the interesting thing about this book here is it actually talks about the beginning of the Muslim religion. It actually tells you about this true story of how the Muslims were created. And the actual interesting thing about that is it was actually a Catholic priest that actually started the Muslims. The book actually talks about how that happened, how he found a nun, and she went out to marry a Muslim man and ended up starting the religion of the Muslims. And what they did basically is they wanted to attack all the people that were the Catholic Church's adversaries. So they attacked all the so-called Christians and stuff like that. The Catholic Church thought they were the only Christians out there, and they wanted to kill everybody else. So they started the religion of the Muslims. The next book is The Enchanter. This one actually tells you the story of Joseph Smith, the beginning of the Jehovah's Witnesses. It's a really interesting story. The next one's called Unwanted. Right there. Then you have the Jesuits. Gonna hide no saying there. Then the Black Angel. The Unthinkable. The Big Betrayal. And the last comic book they have is called The King of Kings. And this right here is a story, and all these stories are in comic book form, so you can see they're all basically in comic book form. And it covers basically the whole entire Bible. It's 64 pages, and it covers all the way from the creation all the way up to the end of Revelations. And in every one of these comic books, they have a little section on the side here that talks about, what are you going to do if the book is true, how to become a Christian. Let's see. Talking about, just because you're good doesn't mean you're going to make it into heaven. You have to have Christ. It talks about there's only one way to heaven. There's a book out there called The Next Step, Growing Christians, that they recommend buying. And you can get all these comic books here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So there's 24 comic books there. You can get all of them. You can get all of them for just $46 plus tax. Chick Publications also has a little order form. And then they sell tracts. They're 17 cents each. And there's many, many different tracts that they have. They also have the comics, which are right there. And the comics run from for $3 each, or you can get that big combo pack that I talked about for $46. You can get just the Alboreto series, which is, I believe, four comics for $16.70. You could get the Spanish Alboreto series for $16.70, or you can get the Spanish comic book pack, which is 18 comics for $34.30. Then they also have books that they sell, many different prices of books. Then they also have Spanish Bibles that you can buy. They range up between $60 and they're right around $60 for the Spanish Bibles. They have Spanish DVDs, as well as they sell DVDs. And then they have different pictures and just miscellaneous things. And they have discounts on there. If you buy in bulk, they have discounts on there. So if you buy for shipping charges, if you spend $19 or less, it's $4.40 for shipping. If you spend $28, it's $5.40 for shipping. If you spend $46, it'll be $2.20 for shipping. All the way up until if you spend $265, it's $25 for shipping. And if you get 10,000 tracks, it'll only be $180 for shipping. Then they have discounts on DVDs. If you buy at least 9, you get 25% off. If you buy at least 24, you get 30% off. If you buy more than 25, you get 40% off. For their comics, if you buy 50 or less, it's going to be, or if you buy 20 to 50, it's going to be 25% off. 50 to 99 is 30% off. 100 to 250, it's 40% off. More than 250, it's 50% off. Their tracks, if you buy less than 1,000, they're 17 cents each. If you buy between 1,000 and 2,000, it'll be $14 cents each. If you buy 2,000 to 3,500, it's 13 cents each. All the way up until if you buy over under 10,000, it's 12 cents each. And they have discounts on packs as well. And you can get all these different things. They did send me a sample of some of their tracks. The first one's called Just Sign Here. The second one is He Never Told Us. And the last one they said to me is that there's no liars in heaven. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read each comic book and then talk about it on a future video. So if you guys are interested in getting the comic books, you can go to chick.com. I'm going to put a link in the description down there with their website, and they have a special promo going on right now for the month of May, and I'm going to put that link in there as well, so you can get a discount. And then if you guys get the magazines, make sure when I talk about it, you go ahead and comment and tell me what you think about them. Always remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you comment and let me know what you guys think. And I appreciate you guys for following me again. And I will see you guys next time.